So today let us start the internship day 1. What was the yesterday's topic? कल क्या पढ़े थे?
General introduction.
General introduction, orientation to the this internship. So 3 modules, basically 3 modules. One is the basic practical application advocacy, advocate's office and court visitation, court observation. Second module is criminal litigation. Third module is civil litigation. So we have already completed the civil litigation and criminal litigation skills in our online classes. So now we are going into the third module, which is practical application of law, how an advocate works. The objective of internship is that today's law students, tomorrow's advocates should be familiar with the working of an advocate. So what I have done, I have divided all most common advocate activities into 52 topics. Today we are going to deal with 4 major topics. The first topic is advocate office observation and working system. Now please remember, an advocate office should be very, what you can say, it's who is an advocate? The very first thing you should be knowing the difference between a lawyer and an advocate. A lawyer is someone who has completed his LLB degree but has not enrolled in the bar council. But an advocate is someone who has completed his LLB degree and has taken the license from Bar Council of India by giving an exam, and he has got an enrollment number. Advocate. The very first thing when you go to an advocate office, there should be you will be seeing certificate of practice. Many advocates, they'll just keep the certificate of practice on the wall, on the frame, and they'll say, this is my certificate of practice. You don't see my certificate of practice because this wall is under renovation. Then I'll be keeping it. Okay. So the very first thing you should be observing in an advocate office, there should be a certificate of practice. Because you are a stranger and advocate is a stranger. The trust is built by certificate first. Right? Second thing. Then how the office has been set up. Now, many of the advocate office has kept, when an advocate gives some coaching, he keeps 2 separate chambers. One is that office setup observe, separate chambers for the advocates and juniors. As you can see in this part, this chamber is only for the advocate, the visitors, and that part is for the juniors, for taking internship classes or anything which can be taught or explaining something very practical aspect to the clients or the junior advocates. So separate chambers for the advocates and juniors. Now consultation area for clients, there will be a waiting area. That you can see that part is a waiting area, and this door is only for the clients, and that door is reserved for the students. Right. Then when you go to a court, the court is divided into 3 parts. One is the filing section. Filing section, where all your plaints, petitions are being accepted. Second is the court chambers. Where advocates and judges come and the litigation happens. Third is your section office. Third is your
Record room
or the section office of that particular court. If you say second metropolitan additional judge, then for that court a separate section office will be there. Section office will be there, and the most important person in that section office will be a superintendent. Anything, if for example if you go to the court, someone will say, just give your wakalatnama on bench or give your petition on bench, and if I ask, if a judge is there and you have gone to the observation, or you are working as a junior advocate. You have gone to a senior advocate. He said like, file this petition on the bench itself. बेंच पे दे देना रहता बोल.
Out of order.
एनी ऑर्डर कुछ भी रहना. बेंच पे देना मतलब
Direct.
the file is already in the court. You have to first go to the section office, ask the superintendent there to send that file to the judge's chamber. And once you go and present your petition to the judge, when you go for appearance, that file should come from the section office to the judge desk, and then the judge will hear you. It's not easy, just go and there. They will make so much of delays. So first you have to do your homework, go to the section office, ask the superintendent to please send that file to the judge so that I can appear, so that you can appear. And then the judge will, you will give your argumentation.
What is file section, sir?
Filing section. Filing section means where you will get your case numbers. First you will get your serial number, then you will get your criminal petition numbers, and then it will get an ID number for you.
Who will give this, sir?
In the filing section, in the section office.
Okay, first we need to filing section.
Where you file is filing section. Then it will move on to the section office.
Filing section is different, sir, and
Yes.
both are same.
Both are different.
This
Sometimes it might be similar, sometimes it might be same, or sometimes it might be different. Filing section is something you gave it, and then it will move on to the section office. Then that serial number and petition number will be given, and then it will go to the judge. Okay. Done. Then you have online copy, or you can get the hard copy. So what do we have? The hierarchy and division of work. Hierarchy and division of work. So what we have done till now, we have understood office setup, separate chambers, consultation area and filing section, court diary maintenance and law library. Second, we have hierarchy and division of work. What the senior advocates will do? Senior advocates handles client counseling and strategy. Junior advocates will prepare the drafts and do the research work. Clerks maintains the case files, cause list and filing registers. Then daily work. How is the daily working system? What is the first work of an advocate? What is the first work of an advocate?
Counseling of
Client has come to you.
Customer KYC, sir. Customer KYC.
When we say the very first work of a fresh advocate, or to check the cause list every morning, to plan appearances. The other day was a Nampally criminal court. The judge said one date. My senior said, my lordship, on this date is not possible because I have appearances in High Court. Can you please give some another date? You should be knowing what date, what cases are there. If you take the date as the court gives, if there is a clash, you have to again take the passover, post it. You have to run from pillar to post. If you are a sole advocate, you will do it. If there is a junior advocate, has to see this is the cases. When this diary legal referencer come into very handy. How? Where is my bag? Bag. मेरा bag किधर है?
बैग रिलैक्स है
Now when it comes to the legal reference, now I have shown you one example of legal referencer. This is another example of legal reference. This is something like this. The legal referencer will be like this, where you will be scheduler appointments, events and important dates. A page will be marked for it. Then once at this page, your appointments.
Sure.
And at this page, they have given previous date, case number, name of the court, party name, case status, and next date. My senior, once the cross was over, he asked case deferred. He said deference of case. The case was deferred and was given the 13th 10 2025. Now, as a junior, my first work will be to note it down. What is the first date? 18th. On 18th cross was happened. Now, what is the case number? What is the party number? What is the name of the court? And then what is the case status? The case is deferred to next date now. Then what is the next date? 13th. So you have to maintain it. You have to maintain.
Right.
If you have lot of clients, balancing of work is very, very important. The date should be very practical in nature, so that you can travel. Otherwise, the moment you go there, it will pass over, and it will become very clumsy. And the next date will be after 1 month only. Your client has to wait for another 1 month. So, keeping a legal reference along with the case status and what happens, it's very, very important. So, regular updating of diaries to avoid missing deadlines. Next, must have books for you. Must have one. If you ask me, sir, one book, one Bail Act which should be must for every advocate or every law aspirant is one Bail Act, that is your Advocates Act 1961. Advocates Act 1961. This is उसमें से Advocates Act निकालना. I would say, I would advise all my interns or all my junior advocates.
वो दबा के ऊपर ढकल दो.
You have this. 3 books are very, very important. One is your Advocates Act 1961. Second book is your, please note it down, whoever is watching this video offline. Second book is Civil Rules of Practice.
Civil rules.
Civil Rules of Practice. Civil Rules of Practice. And third book is your Criminal Rules of Practice. For all the interns or the fresh advocates, 3 acts are very, very important. One is the Advocate Act 1961. Second, the Civil Rules of Practice and Circular Orders 1980. This is something which High Court frames. A junior, a fresh advocate have to have this book to know the rules made by the court. You have CPC, Civil Procedure Code, that is on central level. But every state High Court makes rules for civil procedure and criminal procedure. So 3 books are very, very important. And the problem is, the Civil Rules of Practice and Criminal Rules of Practice are not taught in our LLB syllabus. And we do not know. And our senior advocates don't tell us. They say, come, you have to observe and learn. If you have this book, you can make your own practice individually. But you have to read. 3 books. Advocates Act, you will be knowing the conduct. So after observing the 3 books, then we will see the regular updating of diaries to avoid missing deadlines. Then statutory provisions. Then Bar Council of India guidelines. Then convention practice. Now there are something which is statutory in nature. What it is written in an act, it is called as statutory in nature. But there are many things which are very conventional. For example, use of docket. What is a docket?
Filing.
Docket is something. So people doesn't know what is a docket.
Cover page. It will come.
In our internship syllabus, we have 2 separate chapters or topics, you can say. One is the docket and one is the docket orders. Docket orders. This is called as docket, where the cost title is given, the details about the case, when is the hearing and when it is going to happen, what is the history of the case, then the contact number of the advocate, then name of the advocate,
Address.
then address for services. So this is very well. This is the last page, but it is the first page, and then it is one sided on the right side of the page. The left side of the page will be the details for court orders. Whatever the judges write in their orders, that is known as court orders. They write with the green ink. So it is the conventional practice. Nothing is written in the statutory. Nothing is written in the Advocates Act that there should be a docket. But it is the conventional practice of the court. Use of docket orders for arranging the case files. Maintaining a register for pending, disposed and upcoming cases. A register will be maintained. When you go to the court, there will be registers where, okay, this is the register and this is your case something. Then oral instruction for the senior to junior advocates and clerks. So this is, and after that there is a topic called analytical understanding. After learning, what did you, if I ask you of this 15 minutes of explanation, what did you understand analytically? What did you understand? क्या समझे आप?
Systematic, the how advocate office will be there, what are the we need to follow, means office infrastructure, and what are the basic.
Is it only the advocate office which will make or break your case, or it is something else? What did you realize? How an advocate's success is, you will see a person appearing in the board.
Proper record, proper documents, and proper client documents.
Proper client interaction, gist of the interaction, case file management, what file should be there. People will see only one advocate is coming and appeared and he has won the case or lost the case. But what are the reasons for winning a case and what are the reasons for not winning a case? Depends on the paperwork. How efficient the system is, how well oiled the system is advocate is having. Starting from drafting of document, starting from client counseling till the final orders. So what it can be realized that advocate success depends not only on the courtroom skills but also on the systematic office management,
Management. That is important.
which is based on professional discipline. Based on professional discipline, record keeping and teamwork, plus the legal knowledge. Legal knowledge is something which comes from outside, but internally there should be professional discipline, meticulous record keeping and collaborative teamwork. What happens generally, the other advocates who are working with you, they see you as competitors. Any organization, an healthy organization with professionals working there, it will thrive only when your colleagues see you as complementary. We complement your work and you complement their work. When they start seeing you as competitive wise, they will start creating hurdles. You don't know that, but the people working with you start creating hurdles, and at one point of time a hurdle will come such that all will break down. So every organization, especially in this law, you should be competitive, but not in a negative manner. You should complement your fellow advocates. By everyone, you might have drafting skills, you might have some communication skills, and you might have both combined. जिसकी काबिलियत है, बेस्ड ऑन द एक्सपर्टीज जाना है, अपना काम करना है. You cannot say only the person appearing can take the whole credit. Teamwork. What my team? I am able to establish this advocate office after a long preparation of almost 3 years. I trained my students first for law. Now they have done their internships. Now they are in the field, and my work is for advocate counseling, client counseling, and then appear. My juniors are classified into drafting and filing. These are too important. One person cannot do. So make a team of 2 or 3 members, like-minded people, and then start your practice. Your internship, your 3 years of LLB is your preparation for it is not only academics, it's academic plus the practical exposure, like this as part of a 21 days internship. So we completed our first topic for today. Second is your advocate office checklist. Now we have seen what are the 3 things you have learned from the chapter 1, day 1, or chapter 1 of today, agenda of today. 3 things what you have learned till now. You should have
advocate officer.
There should be advocate office. उसके बाद
Next we should
library
and counseling rooms, discussion room for the juniors and seniors.
Record keeping.
Record keeping.
Now when we say record keeping, what do you mean record keeping? Every difficult task, any task, whether small or big. Yesterday I gave an example of how many of you have brought utensils for home or vegetables for home. How many of you, when you are small, my mother used to give me a chit. Vegetable 1, vegetable 2, vegetable 3, vegetable 4, vegetable 5. What was that?
Checklist.
And my mother would have asked, item 1 आ गया, item 2 आ गया, item 3 आ गया, item 4 किधर है? नहीं आया तो फिर से भिजाते थे. Same thing. My mother was very strict. He is very strict till now. नहीं आया, she sends again. ये कैसा नहीं आया? Checklist दिए बाद में कैसा नहीं आया? So what we do? We don't take checklists. We say हाँ याद है. So every big task should have a checklist. So very first thing is your advocate office checklist is introduction to the checklist. Nothing but item numbers, the documents which are must 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A checklist system ensures nothing important is missed in daily practice. It covers both court work and client management. So what is the client management? When starting from the counseling till getting your earnings from the client. There are 2 types of checklist. Now client related checklist. You have client related checklist. So what is client related checklist? When a client comes to you and the clients give you all the data and he agrees that you will be hired as his attorney. So what the first document you will be giving? What is the first document? Now we were discussing the client related checklist. The very first thing in your notes, what I have given you, is the verification of wakalatnamas. Verifying the wakalat. So this is the copy of the wakalatnama. As you can see, first there is a cause list. So what comes under the cause list? The name of the court. The first topic is name of the court. Second is at which court, the place. Third is your serial number, your case number. It can be DBC, it can be CC or the CRLMP or miscellaneous petition. It can be anything. Then the parties between party 1 and party 2, either plaintiff, petitioner or complainant, appellant, defendant, respondent or accused. Now it is the I or we, so and so names, the client's names. Do hereby and appoint and retain the advocate name. There should be a stamp here. There should be stamp. So this is a stamp where an advocates this is a stamp where an advocate put his stamp and signs. This is a place where advocate puts his stamp and makes the signature. Advocate stamp and signature, and then it says advocate to appear me in the above suit so and so, so and so, so and so, and here are the client's name, full name with their signature, full name and signature. And then you will have another person who is certified that so and so, another advocate.
Okay, sir.
Shall identified by Shri so and so, executed on so and so date, and the advocate signature. Understood? This is the format of Wakalat. Every legal document will be accompanied by a docket. The back side. Every legal document is accompanied by a docket, where you will have the on the left, on the right side, you will have your in the court same like cause list. Then you will have the name of the document. This is the Wakalatnama. Then you will have filed by, advocate for, and address for service. Three things very, very important. Filed on, the date, filed by, and who is the advocate, and address for the service. So this is known as docket for the Wakalatnama, and this is the format of the Wakalatnama. There are various formats, but this is a simple format which we will be using majorly. Understood this? So verifying the Wakalatnama is very, very important. You go to the court, but you go to the court and you do not file the Wakalatnama. The court can refuse to hear you. I have asked our interns during our online classes to see one legal series, Mamla Legal Level. In that, in a courtroom scene, the court says the opposite counsel has not filed Wakalatnama till date and you cannot hear him. Then the court says, you just file the Wakalatnama and I will be available. So filing of Wakalatnama, if you don't file the Wakalatnama, the court can refuse to hear you. So important, Wakalatnama is very, very important. The very first step is filing of Wakalatnama, that you are appearing for your client.
Otherwise, the court will be given ex parte.
No.
If Wakalatnama is not filed.
First they will refuse to hear you. Is that you are not present.
Okay.
Is that you did not take the consent from the client. Wakalatnama is nothing but power of attorney.
Yes.
The client gives you the power of attorney to represent you on the paper, and based on your Wakalatnama only, you will be heard and everything will be listed on your names. Right. So second is collecting affidavits and supporting documents. Every plaint, as per the rule, CPC rule, every plaint should be accompanied by an affidavit. An affidavit must. Affidavit is a sworn document, sworn statement. You as my client, you come and state your facts and everything, and then I will represent you. You are a stranger and I am a stranger. What is an affidavit? You come to me and say that I am the first person. An affidavit should be made in first person every time. Should be made in first person only. And who made the affidavit? That person is known as deponent. It's a legal document saying that whatever the content which is present is true. And I am verifying all this. There are two sections in an affidavit. One is the facts of the case, facts which you know, and then the second part is a verification, very very important. What is the verification clause? That I whatever is known I have said to my advocate, and nothing is said by the advocate on his own. And deponent, a person who makes the affidavit known as deponent, the affidavit maker. It will be notarized by the notary advocate, and then it will be accepted by the court. Done. So collecting affidavits and supporting document. What are supporting documents? Your ID cards, Aadhaar cards, whatever it is there. If it is land documents, patta document, and if it is agricultural land or it is non-agricultural land, whatever the documents which are bank account statements, everything which is related to the case. Record client details in counseling register. Whatever the client has said, whatever mistakes happens is that when the client comes to you, he says everything and you forgot to ask the ID card. And afterwards, when everything is over, when you ask for Aadhaar number, they don't give. आप भी जाता हूँ जब भी जाता हूँ बोलते. First you have to take the ID card.
Personal ID.
You should be knowing who has come to you. Before, take all these details. Then court related check. One is advocate office checklist, and the third is the court related checklist. What is the court related checklist? Review cause list for the next day. Review cause list for the next day. How many of you have e-courts app now? The students sitting in front of me and the students who will be hearing this in an offline class on a YouTube video. Please download the e-courts app. Check your case status. e-courts app. Cause list देख ले सकते हैं. Not Google. Cause list. कल का केस का. कल के दिन का.
Right.
You should be knowing there are n number of matters before the court. What is your number? What is the entry number? How will you schedule your day? If it is below 30 item numbers, your item will be called early. Till 10:30 the court starts at 10:30. 11:30 पूरा क्या बोलते हैं कॉल वर्क चलता. And from 11:30 the item numbers will be called. And it is below 50 before lunch, after 50 after lunch. You should be knowing what is the entry number so that you can plan your day accordingly. Then the cause list is very very important. You should be knowing what is the item. Prepare case files with notes, precedent and drafts. You should be very clear okay, what you are going to argue on this day. You stand before the judge. You have all the documents, but judge does not have any time to read all this. The judge asks, I have already have your file. I have already have your file. Just tell me what you want.
What relief you want?
What do you want? What prayer do you want? What relief? What is the prayer? You should be able to summarize what you prepare for 30 hours. You should be able to summarize it in 3 minutes.
In short.
3 minutes, 30 seconds to 3 minutes. It depends on your expertise. You should have your notes, you should have your precedents, and you should have your drafts. If a person is illegally arrested, what is the case law you will be giving? What is the precedent you will be giving? What is the famous case law? If an FIR is not filed for a cognizable offence, what is the leading case law which we have already read in our online classes? Lalita Kumari case. When you file a private petition, the precedent should be given. Lalita Kumari case with just 4 exceptions. If it is a cognizable case, FIR should be filed by police. And if a FIR is not filed within a deadline which is given as 7 days for the investigation by the police. with four exceptions: matrimonial cases, land disputes, civil matters, and everything. So within 7 days, police should investigate and file the FIR in the comparable cases, Lalita Kumari case. And if you are illegally detained, arrested without giving notice, what is the case law you will be having? कौन सा famous case law है?
Illegal detention का
State of Bihar,
Arnesh
Kumar judgment. Proper procedure follow करना है.
498A.
Police cannot arrest you immediately, especially in the case of 498A, and first they should be give the prior notice.
41A.
Previously it was 41A, now it is 35. So procedure has to be followed. It should be your fingerprints. बोलना है आप. My lordship, the Arnesh Kumar judgment clearly says that these are the guidelines. Then your case will come. In a contract law, there is a boilerplate clauses. Your contract law is completed. What are boilerplate clauses?
उसका था ना जी.
So boilerplate clauses. It is not there in your Act. Miscellaneous clauses are known as boilerplate clauses. So you should be knowing all this
Famous case था.
basic. Then documentation checklist. Court related checklist and
भोपाल ट्रेनिंग नहीं आता क्या? भोपाल गैस ट्रेनिंग
नहीं,
वो अलग था उसका.
अलग था. So you have this documentation checklist.
76 का था वो.
Documentation checklist is, you know what the first thing you should remember when I write this document. When I started noting down the important points, the very first thing which I wrote was
Date.
not date.
CC.
Date is already there. CC
Case
number,
Case number.
calendar case. CC is calendar case. 9327/2022. The very first thing you should remember your case number. Otherwise 9327 था कि 9237 था कि बोला तो खत्म हो गया, नंबर चले जाता होगा. So documentation, file numbering system. You should be arranging the files as per their numbers, color coding as per the years. It is a case of 2022. Now it is
Documents also will have color case.
it's all depends on the advocate how he will arrange
That's it.
color coding, number coding, year as per years, disposed of. When you go to the e-courts app, case status, there are three things: disposed, pending, or both. If you want to understand the documentation checklist or the checklist, go to the e-courts app. It's all checklist only. You have to arrange it like that so that it becomes easy. There is no waste of time. Then you have indexing and docket preparation. Indexing and docket preparation. What is docket preparation? As I have said you, कि पुरानी हियरिंग कब हुई थी, कौन से कोर्ट में था, what are the things between, claim for, what is the claim, what relief you are asking. You want you want to penalize the other party, or you want compensation. Appearing for, to whom you are appearing. Then you have appearing with, who is your senior counsel or who is your junior counsel. Then you have other side counsel. Who is the other side counsel? Sometimes we forget to remember the other party. Who is the other counsel? Then Vakalatnama is filed on. Now Vakalatnama or MA filed on. One of the homework for you. What is MA? I have already discussed this. What is MA?
Miscellaneous.
MA. What is MA? On. Vakalatnama / MA on. When I was explaining this, I have explained you that what is MA. It starts with the word M. Then you have for appearances. And here, what are the hearings which has happened? It is now preparation of the docket. As we start, indexing and docket preparation, filing register for accountability. Filing register है ना, you should have a register कि भाई कौन से फाइल्स कर रहे हैं,
अच्छा,
कब आप
okay.
कौन सा केस कब
वो
वो
तो
करें।
पर्सनल है।
पर्सनल
एडवोकेट्स पर्सनल डायरी।
पर्सनल डायरी
ये
like a
black-
reference.
हाँ,
You can have a different register or you can have a
केस रिलेटेड
case related reference.
रेफरेंसेस
ये डायरी एडवोकेट को मिलती है।
ले सकते हैं आप।
This diary was given as a gift by my junior. कि भाई सर आपके वाली ये लाया, बोले तो ठीक है, क्या लाया बोले, डायरी।
अच्छा, तो अपन खरीद सकते हैं।
Yes, you can purchase.
आफ्टर बिकमिंग एडवोकेट
You can inscribe your name in that also.
हाँ, प्रिंसिपल का लेके चले जाना होता है।
After seeing the conventional provisions, let us see the statutory provisions. Common Civil Procedure Code, Order 3, Recognize Agents and Pleaders, CRPC Section 301 to 303. Then after that, conventional practices, use of daily office diaries for upcoming matters. They are not written anywhere, or they are not written in the Constitution, or neither in the Bare Acts or the statutes. It's all written in the, we use daily, as it has become a part of the system. Use of daily diary, office diaries for upcoming matters. Preparing rough drafts for getting them checked by senior. For a single draft, you have to prepare almost 5 to 6 drafts.
5 to
5 to 6 drafts.
अच्छा।
Easily. When the last month we had the moot courts, they prepare memorials. One of the
तीन
contestants, one of the mooters, he brought the memorials. Then I checked the memorial. There are hundreds of mistakes.
अच्छा
There are hundreds of mistakes.
He
And
belongs to 3/DC.
it belonged to 3 by DC. It belonged to 3 by DC or 5 by DC.
I know
It belonged to 5 by DC.
अच्छा
It belonged to 5 by DC. I made all the mistakes. And the contestants were very confident कि भाई आज तो बना दिए, आज एक मूड कोर्ट मेमोरियल बना दिए बोल के. And I took the pencil and first I took the red pen. Sir, red, no red please. Then I took the pencil and I was highlighting every part. There was mistake, starting from the cover page till the last prayers. And by the time I completed the corrections, they were like almost crying. Sir, क्या तो भी है ये? It costed me something around in 4 figures. And I said again you have to bring the. It said like, sir, what happened? अब तो मुश्किल है. I said like, I will reimburse for you, don't worry. So drafts बनाने में बहुत पैसा जाता है, Xerox everything, and the time which is being invested in drafts. Finally दो पेज का ड्राफ्ट बनता है आपका, 4 पेजों का, उसके पीछे
पूरी मेहनत
रहती. So you should be very clear. Spelling mistakes, the clauses, sections. You should be knowing the Bare Act clause. You should be preparing rough drafts and getting them checked by the senior. Analytical understanding. The checklists are like a quality control tool ensuring efficiency. In engineering, we have QA/QC. Quality analysis, quality control. You have to analyze and you have to control. Too much efficiency is also not good. Too less efficiency is
not good.
Is extremely not recommended. So what did we learn from this day 2 or the chapter 2? Even the small errors can delay justice. Hence, a checklist protects both the client's rights and the advocate's credibility. We say justice delayed is justice denied, but we never discuss the clauses or the reasons why the justice is denied. When the judge refuses to hear you, just because you have not filed the wakalatnama, is it whose mistake? Advocate mistake. But what we say to the client? Judge gave another date. We will never say that there was a mistake by our side, because we did not do our homework. We did not prepare the checklist. We did not see whether the required documents are not there or not. We never prepared our briefs. We never saw our briefs. The problem is we don't do this homework. And then when the judge says what you have done, it's good. It gives like a wrong impression. And the judges remember you. If you are well mannered, well prepared, tomorrow you will have a very good name. Tomorrow you are arguing. After 10 years or 12 years with your experience, they would ask to join the bench. It will make a lot of, in the long term, it is very useful. Right? So, advocates' credibility is there how efficiently, meticulously they arrange their case, they make up their case. Right? So, today what we have discussed? We have discussed 2 days of topics. One is advocate office, second is advocate's checklist. Importance of advocate office and advocate checklist. Right. So, as it is already, we have exhausted our time. It's 9:30 now. Our class was scheduled from 6:30 to 8. We have already exhausted our time. We have taken extra
1 hour.
1.5 hours. So let us conclude today, and tomorrow or in the next video we'll discuss client counseling pro forma, contents, what should be the contents, statutory provisions, conventional practices, learning what we have learned, and then we'll see the vakalatnama. With vakalatnama we'll also see the memo of appearance. Right. So by this we'll conclude our class today, and the Word file or the PDF file is already sent in the group. Please go through it, and it's not that you should write everything what I have given. You should write the internship record should be in such a way that you have attended my class now. It should be in your own words. It can be one paragraph, it can be a full 1 page, or it can be 1 line. But it should give the essence what you have learned in an advocate office. Right? So by this we'll conclude, and thanks for watching this video and attending the class.